Lesson 12. App Store Exploration.
In a world where software reigns supreme, one app stands between you and total digital dominance.
Right. That was, dramatic, but not totally inaccurate. The App Store is the gateway to every app on your iPhone, so I guess you could, well, technically, use it to conquer the known universe, like the Borg or something. But we'll set our sights a little lower and take a closer look at the App Store, your place to get new apps for your device. Unlike Android, where you can download apps from different sources, the App Store is the only way to get apps on iOS. That means every app goes through Apple's approval process, so you don't accidentally install something that turns your iPhone into a glorified paperweight. Now, getting apps on an iPhone requires approval for every single download, even free ones. That's where Touch ID or Face ID come in handy. Otherwise, you'll be typing your Apple ID password a lot. And while I have no fingers myself, I hear from reliable sources, Mr. Fingers, that typing it every time gets tedious, navigating the App Store. Alright, let's beam ourselves into the App Store. When you open it, you'll find 5 tabs along the bottom of the screen. Let's go over what each one does. 1. Today. Tab. This is where Apple highlights featured apps, promotions, and editorial picks. Think of it as the captain's log of what's trending in the App Store. 2nd, Games tab. Looking for a new game to procrastinate with? This tab is full of games, categorized into genres and top charts. 3rd, Apps tab. This is where you'll find all the non-game apps, sorted by category. Productivity, social media, accessibility. This tab covers everything that isn't a game. 4th, Arcade tab. Apple Arcade is a subscription service that gives you access to a library of premium games with no ads or in-app purchases. If you're a gamer, this tab is your holodeck. 5. Search tab. The tab where you'll spend most of your time. This is your main way to find specific apps. We'll dive deeper into this one in a moment. Accessing your account. At the top right corner of the App Store, you'll find the My Account button. Double tap that, and you'll land on a page full of useful options. Let's cover the most important ones. Apps button. This shows a list of apps you've downloaded and ones that have pending updates. Subscriptions. Button. This is where you manage subscriptions, Apple Music, streaming services, or any other apps with recurring charges. Purchase history button. Need to check what you've spent your Latinum on? This section lists every app and in-app purchase you've made. It's useful if you want to double-check a charge. Pro tip. If an app you purchased in the past is no longer in the store, you can't re-download it unless it's still in your purchase history. If you really like an app, don't remove it from your device or you won't be able to get it back. The Search tab. Your best friend. Alright, time to focus on the Search tab, because let's be honest, this is where most of us spend our time. Find the Search tab in the bottom right corner of the screen and double tap it. You can locate the search field at the top, near the middle. VoiceOver will say something like Games, Apps and More, Search field. Use dictation instead of the on-screen keyboard. Trust me, typing out Spotify using an on-screen keyboard takes longer than warp speed travel to RESA. Once you've entered your search, double tap the Search button in the bottom right corner of the keyboard. Once your results load, swipe right to navigate through them. Each result will have the app name, a short description, the Get button or price. This button will say different things depending on the pricing of the app. If the app is free, this button will say Get. If the app has a cost up front, this button will list the price. If the Get button says in-app purchases, that means the app is free to download, but it may offer extra features you have to pay for later. Pro tip. Some paid apps go on sale for free for a limited time. If you like an app but don't want to pay full price, check back later. Installing an app. Once you've found the app you want, double tap the Get button, or the price if it's a paid app. If you have Face ID or Touch ID enabled, you'll get a prompt to authenticate. If not, you'll have to enter your Apple ID password manually. Have fun with that. After authorization, the app begins downloading. Where does the app go? Once installed, the app doesn't appear on home screen 1. Instead, it lands on the next available space, usually on home screen 2 or beyond. If you don't see it, don't panic. It's there somewhere. Use a 3-finger swipe down on the home screen to open Spotlight Search and type the app's name. Go to the app library by swiping all the way right on your home screens. App Store settings. Let's talk about App Store settings. To find these, 1. Open the Settings app. 2. Scroll down the main settings page down to the bottom and double tap on the Apps button. Then navigate down this page to the App Store button. 3. Here, you'll find some useful toggles. Let's go through them. Automatic downloads. Turn this on to automatically download apps across all your Apple devices if you install something on one of them. Automatic updates. When enabled, apps will update in the background. Otherwise, you'll have to update them manually in the App Store. In-app ratings and reviews toggle. If you don't want to be asked to rate apps every 5 minutes, turn this off. Offload unused apps. This setting removes unused apps to free up space but keeps their data. If storage is an issue, turning this on can be helpful. Pro tip: if you frequently delete apps to save space, offload unused apps is a good compromise. It removes the app but keeps its settings and data, so you can reinstall it later.
VoT ist DOT. The apps are disappearing into the library.
Relax, Dieter. It's called organization. Unlike Klingon battle plans, which are just attack first, ask questions later.
This makes sense. I shall be a master of the app library.
Yeah, you do that, buddy. Final thoughts. And there you have it. The App Store is your gateway to apps, updates, and purchases. Whether you're browsing, searching, or managing subscriptions, knowing how to navigate it with VoiceOver makes life a whole lot easier.
And so, the quest for the perfect app continues. In a world where Face ID reigns supreme, one user dares to tap, swipe, and get the apps of destiny.
Right. Okay, so, live long and, download. Yeah, let's go with that.